The views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect the policy or position of ONTV's management, staff, or board of directors.
I got it right. Talking nude. Wouldn't it be awesome if the world could just sit back and lay back and just be
Talking nude.
It'd be kind of awesome, right? Everyone just be
Talking nude.
We could like invite Alec Baldwin in and like
Talking nude.
exactly. It would just be an awesome sight to see. Everyone just be
Talking nude.
such a sexy intro for us. That's what we do when we do.
Talking nude.
And I can't keep Kathy serious for 1 second when we're just sitting here.
Talking nude.
And we could do this all day long, but as you know, we gotta start the show.
Talking nude.
Yeah. Oh. 1, 2. 1, 2. Talking nude.
It's so goofy. Hello, everybody. Good
Hello.
evening.
Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing out there in the world?
Welcome to another episode of
Talking,
Nude.
where we talk uncensored, uncut, unedited about whatever the fuck we want. Why? Because it's talking nude. Like, that's what we do.
And we have interesting guests on here.
We
too.
do. And they talk new with us. That's what we do. So my lovely wife is one of the awesome hosts, Mrs.
Kathy A.
And this is Jason. And we've been doing this for about 17 episodes now?
Yep.
We-
And it's
yeah.
coming to the end of the year.
Yeah,
soon,
I'm
actually.
excited because
But Thanksgiving's next.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm actually skipping a holiday here. Wow.
Are you excited about Thanksgiving?
No, because
She's like, no.
I am not spending $300 on no food. I'm
I don't
not
think
doing
anyone
it.
is spending $300 on
I'm not.
food.
It's gonna be like lasagna and cheesecake
Well,
and
what
garlic
if you
bread.
thought we're going out to dinner? Like someone else gonna make food for us for once. Like we're gonna go out and eat in style. We're gonna dress up in our formal attire and have some Thanksgiving. But before we get into Thanksgiving, Halloween just passed.
Yes. How was everybody's Halloween?
Mine actually, I went out with Michelangelo. Went to what was it, Eloise Asylum?
Oh yeah, you did do that. And what did I do for Halloween?
Yeah, what did you
Nothing.
do?
I went to I went to Canterbury Village.
I'm about to
with
say you went to. She's
That
like,
was I got
did
scared
nothing.
like 3 times. That was actually a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
It was. We went through
But
this
to me,
thing.
I felt like I was fucking scared as shit. Like, I am a black girl walking through darkness outside, and there's like white people jumping out at you. What black person wouldn't be scared? Like,
And it didn't help that when we were going through the fake tree, like there was somebody hiding in the fake tree, which I kind of figured. So I was like, here, let's go this way. This looks like a real easy path. And we went in there and there was an actor dressed up like a tree and he was like blending in and he got her so good.
I
It was
screamed like I
hilarious.
was in like a horror movie.
And then the clown girl got us too. Remember, she like walked by, didn't
that's
say
true.
shit to us. And then she came back like, ah! And we both were like, whoa, okay there.
And it's going in their stone too. That's what makes it even more like real to me.
Now, Eloise was a lot of fun. I'd never been there. It's an old haunted hospital, apparently. And they got like the whole area is just decked out. And it reminded me of like a carnival because when you went there, they had food trucks. They had like carnival attraction, carnival rides. They had a guy putting nails in his nose into the drill. So that was pretty cool. And then we went inside and I was dressed up as Hannibal Lecter. So a lot of people weren't really trying to scare me because they probably thought I was an actor. In fact, one of the groups in front of us was like, I swear that guy is part of the tour. So like he kept fucking looking behind him and shit. And I didn't break character once. I just had the mask on and just kept walking. He didn't say shit. So let's see what else is going on. Oh, the UAW strike.
I
It's
don't know
finally-
anything else about that besides the fact that people are going back to work and that they solved a lot of the problems. I have no idea what's going on with that. I think I stopped after they striked.
Yeah. So basically, just to bring you up to speed, they wanted the cost of living adjustment. They wanted to give 40% raise. They wanted to win the lottery. No, I'm just kidding. They didn't want to win the lottery, but they wanted to get a couple different things. And it looks like they're finally getting the compromise that they were looking for. And they also wanted to be represented by the electric battery plants. So
You know what? I get that. We're just living in a day and age where people just want fairness.
yeah,
And people are just, these upper people are going to have to eventually bend. It's just what it is.
they're gonna have to bow down and get shut down. Like seriously,
It's not
Like,
even that. The next generation is like lazy. Like, are you kidding me?
today's generation is
Like-
lazy. What do you mean next generation?
Well, yeah.
She's like the next generation. I think's gonna be lazy.
No, I meant to say like now today's generation. I meant to say today's generation. Like, if this is what it's coming to, we are up a shit's creek. That it does no.
Yeah.
It's just no.
Well, what's really crazy is they want $15 an hour at McDonald's, but I'm like, can I get ketchup with my fries?
This is true.
Like-
The customer service
like,
is awful.
It's
Like,
fucking terrible. Like
seriously.
Alex needs to be fired. They need to just like pink
how did
slip
they
him.
like? Remember that time we went to KFC and they like literally
Oh,
gave you what was it? Green beans, and then they gave you
mashed potatoes with no gravy.
gravy.
Like peanut butter, no jelly.
And Jason said everything's in here, right? And the guy's like, yeah, it's in there. We
Yeah.
get home.
I should have known with his hat cocked to the side, like this motherfucker was not paying attention. He was too busy watching YouTube or something. Like I'm like, oh, this guy got his shit together. I get back and I'm like, there's no gravy. Like that's horrible. Peanut butter, no jelly. Kool-Aid, no sugar. That's some bullshit. Like they need to fire him. Like. And then we went to Taco Bell the other night, and we had the guy rolling in the drive-thru, and he messed up our shit too.
Yeah.
Remember?
Like,
He didn't
yeah.
give us any sauce.
No sauce.
How you gonna give us tacos no,
No
sauce?
sauce.
What the fuck?
Like,
Like
what
I don't
is
want a
that?
dry ass taco.
Like,
Like yeah, pull up to the window for your dry ass taco and no
Like-
sauce. Like what the fuck? So then luckily we caught the one guy working there on the side, and he had his
he was on.
headphones.
Yeah, he was smoking
And he
a
gave us
cigarette.
like a year's supply of sauce. Like we still have sauce in the fridge at home. I'm not bullshitting. He gave us like what was it, like 30 fucking sauce? We only had a
Yeah.
small little 10-pack, but I was like, we got our sauce. Like, fuck it. Got our fucking sauce. Let's see what else is going on. Not too much. We got
Not at
really
all,
we got
honestly.
some
It's actually really good though. If life is
It
pretty
is.
quiet and boring,
It
then
is.
it's all good.
yeah,
Versus
right.
so much stuff going on.
Yeah.
You know.
That's true. That is
You
very
know.
true. Oh, there is one
you know,
last thing.
one last thing though.
Yes, go ahead.
And a quick moment of silence. Me and Jason we went to a funeral this week.
Yes.
We went to a
Yes, we did.
funeral for 16-year-old Desiree Childs.
Yeah.
She passed away about a week ago.
Yeah.
And
Halloween weekend.
she is the daughter of me and Jason's friends. So we're gonna have a moment of silence for Mrs. Desiree Childs. I will say that was a different experience. But I will say Jason doesn't like looking at like people at funerals and stuff, looking at anybody who has passed away. But I thought she looked so beautiful. She looked
did.
amazing in her casket. I love the fact they put so many different things about her life inside her casket. That was just beautiful.
And
she
I
looked
couldn't
very
go all the way
beautiful.
up there. Like I
She
saw it.
looked beautiful. They put her in the dress that she wore for homecoming.
Yeah.
You know, it was absolutely like she looked beautiful and she looked so much at peace, you know. But it definitely was a first for me. I've never been to a funeral of a child before. So that was a first.
Yeah, me too.
And
Yeah.
it was just crazy about change and the community around you. Like at this particular funeral, all these people, we all knew each other in the community, whether it was from weddings, parties, house parties, like occasions that were like smiling and laughing. And this time we came for like sorrow. So it was definitely an experience.
Definitely.
It really was. But yeah, that was definitely an experience. However, you guys, love your loved ones, hug your loved ones, appreciate those around you, and just take one day at a time.
And I'm
Because
just
you
gonna
never
say
know
it.
what tomorrow may bring.
Put down the fucking guns.
That too.
Like seriously, because there's no. I mean, that's all I can say. Like put down the guns. Put them down. There's no reason. There's just too much craziness going on right now with the shootings. So, we remember Desiree and everyone else out there that's lost their lives to gun violence. So, with that, wow, man, whew.
Well,
I'm out with the water.
that
actually
was
there. That was deep.
because of the fact of I had to mention it because it
Yeah.
was so for me like it was so traumatic from
Yeah,
within the last 2 weeks from our last episode. That was
Yeah. We
definitely
didn't
a
expect that
shocker
at
and
all.
traumatic. It was definitely a sudden change to the community, and
And
it
I've
was
known-
definitely a different type of experience. But
yes,
the community came together and showed the
they
mom
really did. The
and
whole
the
church
father,
was packed.
a lot of love. So
Yeah.
it's always love on your community, love on your community, love thy neighbor, Stay connected, y'all. Stay connected. And with that said now, let's talk about community connections now. Tonight, we have somebody from my personal circle, my personal connection.
You don't say.
Yes, this person actually sees me when I get out of bed after you see me when I
Yeah.
rolled out of bed. This is how intimate this
Ah.
relationship is.
She be working the dog shit out of you. 'Cause I be seeing you come in. You be like having a hard time, moving around. You be like, she rubbed my legs today. Ah,
Well, you guys, we have a very special guest tonight.
we do.
My personal trainer, Miss Lourdes Osorio. And of course, introduce yourself. Get close to the mic. Oh, that's his fault.
I'm fired. Fired. Squirrel moment. I had a squirrel moment.
Yeah, squirrel. So my name is Lourdes, owner, trainer at PL Fitness, 11 Mile in Madison Heights.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
So we got some little questions here, and
I know I was waiting for it. I was like, should I be prepared for something?
so when and how did you start your company? It's Be Limitless, right?
Yes.
How did that come about?
Well, at first, it started off like every other trainer, like a personal thing. So it used to be Bonita La Unista. And then once I kind of took the gifs and take a step back and figured out this is not just for me, it's for everybody around me and the people that I come across
Okay.
and change their lives. And then showing them to be limitless. Because I always tell them it's nothing, Every good thing does come to an end.
You know what? With that said, you know what, y'all? Do you know how much I hear that? Everything must come to eventually. Everything must come to an end, because when she says "be limitless," this is the truth. It's just like she says that after she gives you something really hard to do and gives you high reps, and you're just thinking, "Oh my God, I'm never gonna get done." And she always says everything eventually comes to an end. She always says that.
So
Well, it does.
who inspired you to start the company? Like, what inspired you to do it?
Well, I guess it was a group, a cumulative, if you want to call it. That is a kind of a hard question to ask
Okay.
because I was like, oh, how did it start? Well, it started because I needed a space to bring my people to. My people, meaning the clients that I bring in, actually want to change, actually want a better life, actually want to learn about, how the body works, how the nutrition works. And, the places that are around it was kind of hard to kind of be intimate with them like that. So wanting my own space gave me the chance to be like, okay, hey, this is, I want to say an experience.
I love that.
That is a good.
I like that. I love that.
What would you say are some of the reasons for a lot of the health issues that people are having right now? Because there's a lot. I know you've been following the news. They're actually banning a lot of stuff in California now. Finally.
Well, if you look at the foods itself, or anything across the pond, there's stuff that they don't even eat that we eat, we feed our kids on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to understand that we are the group that we kind of never got taught to, exercise or eat right. We
This
were
is
always,
true.
That
told
is
to
so
go
true.
outside and, kind of fend for yourself. Hey, come back when the lights come on, or like that.
That's true.
That,
That's key.
like
That's key, kids.
that
Yeah.
joke that's like, hey, where's your kids at?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
So what
That's
have they
true.
been eating? What have you been teaching them?
That's true.
Because as you remember, kids are like computers, and you have to download information to them. So if you don't know this, then we don't know this. But then
Right.
we see others like, why do you exercise? Like, what? There's a reason. Like, but that's too much work. That's called sweating. I'm gonna sweat my hair out, my nails out, my lashes out. Nowadays, so it comes to a lot of things and a lot of excuses that people have. But when it comes down to it, everybody thinks about the now, but we still have 40, 50 years to live. And my thing is like, how do you want to live it?
This is true. Oh my
Man.
God. This is so true because it is about the quality of life. It
Yeah.
is. Because you don't know how long you're going to live. And the internet has taught me that there is fucking people exercising at fucking 90 years old. And I should know my grandfather still goes out at 94, driving his car, grocery shops. My grandma doesn't leave the house, but he's the one doing the running around, going to church, going to go hang at the old folks club and all that. And he's 94 years old, still up and moving.
Just like the Centennials, they're century old. And, I watched that documentary about them, and it's like a 106-year-old man on a horse, like, hey, how you doing? I'm gonna go get this, and it's like, you 106, bro, So,
Right? People are living longer, so it's like we have to start taking care of our bodies now.
and then that also comes with hope, actually wanting something, knowing what you want out of life, and enjoying and loving life. Once you actually love what you do and love, then everything else comes along.
Shit, I had one goal in mind, just to move.
Yeah, I know.
Move my body. That was it.
It's like it was a soap opera when I met you guys. I was like, oh my God, Jason's over there like my baby, and I was like, we have to fix this. I was like, open up social media. It's a social thing. I was like, listen, can I have some of your time, please? Let me help you help yourself.
Because I tell you, man, woo. But the thing is, I will say that I was scared to death when I told her, oh yeah, I'll give you a Sunday. Sure. Do you know how much like mental work I had to go through? It was already mental exercise for a good week. It was before before I got there. So it was like I had to manifest myself to show up in her gym.
Yeah,
I did.
Well, I was mentally preparing her, through text messages, making sure, it was reassured, like, hey, I'm not going to make you do anything that you can't physically do.
No, she
But
didn't.
I'm going to show you little things that you can actually do to better the life, because, come on, the soap opera got to keep on going.
This is true.
That's true.
This is very,
That is
very
true.
true.
And it's been, man, how long you been doing it now?
3.5 going on 4 years.
Yes, ma'am.
That deserves a round of applause.
Why, thank you. Thank
It
you.
does.
Because I tell you what, I can't work out to save my life. The most working out I do is like once in a while we'll do like some basic calisthenics or yoga, or when my neck hurts, I'll be like, hey, babe, I need to stretch, but I really do need to exercise. For someone like myself, like what would you say a good simple routine to basic, to kind of get
Lazy
blood
people
flowing.
going.
See,
Yeah,
that's
to get
kind of
the-
hard, because every lazy person has a different output, and
Okay.
a different want, to want to do it. So
Yeah.
it just depends on like, okay, so what do you actually want to do?
Yeah.
Is it energy? You want more? You want to be stronger? You want to be a little faster? But what do you actually want?
Okay.
Because I can tell you all day, yeah, you go ahead, go ahead. Do, just do
Yeah, yeah.
10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10
Yeah.
squats, what you just did earlier, give me like 3 to 5 rounds, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Call
That's
me
true.
and then we'll get together, but the thing is, I sent out all day long text messages, Zooms.
Yes,
I
he
see
does.
that. She
like,
shows me.
It's just insane, and like 80% of the people that actually send a message
You're gonna get
to will
something.
ignore them.
Yeah.
No, because it's honestly hard not to, because it's like the phone goes off so much and you go in and you go to the group chat and it's some vegetable, some recipe or something. So in my grocery list, I pick up something from
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I might be
And
one
that's my
item.
hopes.
It might be one item, but at least I got it from the group. You
Mhm.
know what I mean?
And you come a long
So-
way, because I remember, because being with me, I'm not going to have her like just not roaming around. Like we're always traveling somewhere, a music festival or something. So we're always walking everywhere. And in the beginning, you definitely could tell that she could benefit from it a little bit, and I can too. I'm not gonna lie, cause like I have a hard time sometimes when we're going somewhere. I like get like winded, and she was getting a little winded, and I noticed now that you've been working with her, she's just been. It's like a whole glow inside her. Like
Well,
she
yeah, it's
pushes
just
herself.
so much. The simple fact that her glow, it goes through the screen. There's
Hmm.
people that are from out of town that just text me about her, like the motivation that they give her, that she gives them.
Yeah.
For the simple fact that, dude, she's almost crying. You said one more, and did you see her face? Like, I was like, I don't want her to do it either. But come on, I want to see this. So it's a lot of things. Where I come in is to show the importance of it, of
Okay.
why you should be wanting to exercise, why you're walking into these doors, because these doors are not like a Planet Fitness doors, like or any other
This is
or any other
true.
doors that you're walking into. This is a place that you are going to be structured, disciplined, and have a
And she's not
try
going to
to
give
change
you
that
anything
mindset.
that she's not going to give you anything you can't do.
No, ever.
It's
I
just
mean,
the truth.
They just look at you, and then the things that you can do now to the
Yeah.
things that she was able to not ever do are two
Mhm.
different things.
This
So,
is
I
true.
work people to be like, yeah, you about to be like where Kathy's at. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, she'd be like pushing tires and stuff. I'm
oh,
like, okay.
I kill the shit out of her.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Down
I
that,
know. I see.
It's like,
she'd be like all the way down. I'm like,
I love the soundtrack
and
too.
then the thing is, she gets down there, and then I don't know, she just starts walking. I'm like, excuse you, like, bro, who the hell's gonna take this tire back? I'm not here for this. This is not for me. It's all about you.
and then I have to take it back again. And I'm like, oh my God.
And I really like the soundtrack because, like, when I'm old school, so like all old school '80s, '90s hip hop, R&B.
Well, I
You know.
asked my clients, just because it's their time,
Mhm.
what kind of music do you like,
Okay.
and she was like, kind of like we're everywhere where we are, and
Mhm.
our music. So that was like the soundtrack. That's Kathy's 80s, 90s,
Oh, all day.
Yeah.
back hip hop all day back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
And with that, I have to ask,
Mhm.
what are some of your favorite hip hop artists? Maybe give me like your top 5.
Sure. I know, right? She's like dying. like Tupac off top. Um, sh- shit. Come on, don't put me on the spot because I don't want to be like, hey, what up,
Well, I know you play like Eazy-E, Tupac.
Well, that's the old school,
Yeah.
That's the 80s where it's like, actual real music, where you
Oh
were
my
like,
goodness, say it
with the
again.
beats and
Yeah,
stuff like
that's
this. And
When
then
you're
true.
right, you're right.
the things nowadays, it's like, what did he say? And he just said the same thing over again for like 20 dang songs.
And
you know
they're
what I'm
not
saying?
even freestyling
No,
anymore.
and then it's all the same beats,
Yeah.
so we want to go to something that we're like in our heads, and I need
Yes.
to
This
take
is
them away
true.
from the pain that they're actually in right now,
Yes.
This is
It's
true.
30 active minutes.
That's true.
This is true.
Maybe, a
This is
suggestion?
very true.
Iced tea. Get some iced tea going.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh,
Original
I don't
gangster.
know. I don't ever got into the iced tea. It was,
Really?
no, I know.
Oh,
Oh God.
no.
I just like that's one of those.
Hold up. What?
I was like, hey, he was like it's like a hit or miss. It's here and there. I
Because iced tea isn't everybody's flavor, though.
I
Yeah.
know.
That's true. That's true. I like a lot of
Just
pot.
like Eazy-E wasn't for me at first because I had
Yeah.
to get used to the way he rapped.
know, like the Wu-Tangs and
Wu-Tang
Ooh,
was
yeah,
dope.
Wu-Tang, yeah.
We actually seen them in
Yep,
concert.
with Nas.
What was it, last summer? Nas and Wu-Tang?
Yep.
Man.
That was great.
I was mad that Method Man didn't show up though. He wanted to do Power. Shout out to Method Man, but damn it, now come to the concert next time. All right, so with the hip hop, there was someone actually on Instagram saying this today, and a lot of people have been sharing it. Like, what is the best decade in hip hop in your opinion? 1973 to 83, 83 to 93.
83 to 93 off.
Ooh,
top.
Yeah,
hell
she
yeah.
didn't
The
even-
thing is
she
about that,
hesitate.
you have to. I couldn't hesitate for
Yeah.
the simple fact that anything before 86, I didn't know any English.
Really?
So it was all
Really?
salsa, merengue, and
Okay.
Puerto Rico.
Okay.
I was born in Puerto Rico, so
Okay.
anything besides that, like my brother was the one who introduced me.
Really?
So,
That's cool.
that's the thing. So that's where that came from. Anything before that, like that's why it's like you guys talking. I'm like, I didn't know anything back then.
So switching up a little bit, is there any truth to a lot of these so-called fad diets? Because a lot of, there's a lot of like stuff advertised, the Weight Watchers and the different crash diets, and people like,
I'm like over here
do the liquid
cringing
diet
when
and do
everything
this
comes
diet.
in and be like, what do you think about this diet? What do you think about that diet? How about this? What do you think about that? And I'm looking at everybody like, bro, that's still like a kind of healthy eating. Why don't you just go ahead and just go like, jump in on healthy eating? Like, you have to have a fad? You have to follow the sheep around? God,
Well, no, the
Jesus,
reason I say
bro.
fad is because people do.
No,
like,
I know, but that's
you know
what
I'm
people
saying?
like.
Yeah.
That's what people think. So you
Yep.
have to make things a fad, you
Yeah.
know? So I take these fads and I tell them, depending on what their level is, where they
Okay.
are in their fitness, what they're actually in need, because as being a certified nutritionist as well,
Mhm.
I kind of like be like wanting to guide them in the right direction, but also want to give them the chance and the choice to actually like what they eat. I'm not going to be like, hey, you have to eat this,
Right.
and you don't like that.
Right.
Well,
That's true.
there's other things. There's other ways to get vitamins A, B, C, D's, minerals, and everything else. So it's just what you like. So my job is for all these 40, 50 clients to be like, what's up with the food?
Right.
So when they come with the fads, I'm like, okay, let's talk about this. I don't take away from them. I just say use them as a template and then take the good things out of them and then remove the bad and the things that you do not approve of.
That's a
This
good
is
answer.
true. That's true.
That brings me to the next segue. What would be a good substitute for junk food? Because I have a huge addiction.
I
Yes, he
know.
does.
To
Oh my
I
god.
candy
remember when
and
you
chocolate.
started and you took everything out of the kitchen and he had such a fit when you
Oh,
took
yeah.
it away. Oh my
Oh,
God.
I remember that. You told her that?
She emptied out the whole kitchen.
Oh,
I
my
was
God.
like,
I
bro,
was
I
like-
was over here jumping for joy, and I was like, she was like, Jason's pissed.
I was
I was
like
like,
Jack Nicholson in The Shining. For
Jason
real.
was like,
I was
our
mad.
food, our food.
Man, she was bagging it up like.
But then
oh
you
my
have to
goodness.
remember, it went to the needy.
And it did come
Yeah,
from a
but-
good place, but oh my God, I
it
was just.
it was a time and a chance.
Yes.
It was a chance, and she took that,
She
and
did.
I was
I
over
did.
there rooting for it. I'm
She was
sorry.
on it, man.
I was
She
like,
was.
Jason, you're gonna have to
But the thing
tighten up.
is, since then I have not filled my kitchen with the same stuff ever again. No, that's the
true.
thing.
That is
Our
true.
lifestyle did change after that,
Yeah.
but it was just that was so funny.
And that's one of the things when they come in, I weigh and measure them.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, this is the first and last time you'll see these numbers.
Yeah.
So I had clients that lost 140, 50, 80, whatever pounds. The majority is,
Oh,
I
wow.
don't really look at the scale, it's the measurements because the
Right.
measurements will tell me,
Yeah.
what's up, where it's needed and where it's not because, the scale, is a lie, but the numbers never do.
That's true. I know when I went to.
I hate the numbers. Damn it, I hate them.
I remember when-
Well, there's a different fact. There's a different reason you hate the numbers. There's a difference between the yellows and white fats, and then all of a sudden there's wonderfulness. I
Well,
can't say that word. My Spanish gets in the way.
What, honey?
You were talking. I wasn't interrupting. You were saying.
No, what was I saying?
You were
I wasn't saying. I said I hate the numbers.
Yeah.
That was it.
dead air.
Like,
Mm.
Oh, I love this. No, you love it, but no.
bloopers.
So when I went to the doctor, I remember I went there and I found out I had an allergy to dairy. And it was crazy because I used to get real pissed off when I go to Starbucks and there'd be someone in front of me be like, yeah, I would like a almond milk and, can I get warm and, this, that, and the other. And then I started getting third-degree burns every time I fucking drink Starbucks. So I'm
And now
like,
he's that
and
person.
now I'm that person. So like when we go, it's like,
no whipped cream, please.
yeah,
Almond milk.
no whipped cream,
Kid
oat milk.
temperature.
I gotta have
That's-
oat milk. Yeah, because I'll be burning my lips and shit like that. You should
He's
not
that-
burn.
He is that
Bro.
picky person now.
Yeah,
It is so funny.
Because you should not burn your mouth at a Starbucks
But
coffee.
he'd be like,
you
can you,
shouldn't.
can you make sure it's warm, like
Yeah.
like kid temperature?
Yeah.
And almond milk, no whipped cream.
I'm like that
and-
with you when you make the oatmeal for me and put the little ice cube in it because I can't. No, I cannot have hot oatmeal. My ass will be talking like mumbling all day long, like what's going on? But yeah, I remember I went to the doctor and doctor's like, yeah, so your casein level. First off, I don't even know what the fuck casein is. Like in case of something, I don't know what the guy was talking about. He's like, well, your casein level is 50 something, and the average is like 20 something. And I'm like, oh, so basically I'm gonna die if I keep eating dairy. He was like, no, but you'll probably get pancreatic cancer down the road. I'm like, oh, so I guess And then he started telling me all the shit I was allergic to. Like we did an allergy test, and he was like, "You're allergic to this, and this." And I was like, "So was I like a bubble boy as a kid or something? Like how the fuck is someone allergic to 4 out of 6 type of grass?"
Well, that's I'm allergic to the world. I say,
Apparently, I'm starting to be that way too.
And majority of the time, we have to remember that there is, that term reasons for seasons.
Yeah.
So if you were born in in the wintertime, you don't have the fruits and vegetables that were produced in the summer and the fall.
I never
So
thought of
those
that.
are the deficiencies that we have into our bodies.
Ah.
That's why there's reasons for seasons. So
I've never
depending
I didn't
on
think
where
about
you
that.
were born, where you are, what was available to you. So
That's
it's all about the
true.
person. So when it comes to these questions, it's kind of like hard to pinpoint. I say it's majority of the times the deficiencies when you have allergies are lack of minerals and vitamins that you actually
Ah.
so once you level all of those, then hence that's why I do a produce list every month.
Oh,
And
that's why you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
I just thought that was like a fun thing. You're just,
No, God.
No,
What they do
there's
for
methods.
fun.
There's methods.
Who does this for fun?
that was just like a
And
fun
it's all of
thing.
the education, because when it comes to nutrition, it's 80% nutrition, 20% fitness. So I'm sitting here just talking my face till it turns blue and hoping someone catches something, and I'll say it in so many different terms, so many different ways. Just yeah.
Well, a lot of
There's
the
a lot.
food I'm noticing too, because they're putting all the chemicals and ingredients and everything,
Right.
and it's messing everyone up. So
GMOs.
all the GMOs. And I remember I was telling Kathy this back when I was in school. They were talking about they were doing genetic cloning, they were doing this, they were doing that,
Well, yeah.
and it's just in California just recently they're
I don't even know what's
banning-
real anymore. Honestly, I don't think.
Well, I'm
anything
allergic
is-
to I call them the little fake avocados.
Yeah, I was just about to say
There's
that.
fake avocado.
Yeah,
That's
she's
what I really call them,
Yeah.
because I'm
Right.
from Puerto Rico, so we got those
Yeah.
big actual, what they call it, the Haas avocados,
Yeah.
Oh, got you.
So then all of a sudden you got the what we call the little Mexican avocados, and I
Oh,
call them little
yeah.
fake ones. And now that I eat them, but they use them for guacamoles and all
Yeah.
of that stuff. Like you can't use the other big ones for that. Those are actually slices, and you eat it in your rice and with your meats.
Ah.
But now I'm allergic to that. I'm allergic to those little fake things
Because of the chemicals.
because of the chemicals, and then right now you have
Wow.
majority of our foods are kind of like manufactured.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they
that's why I'm
have-
like, I don't even know what's real anymore.
Right.
Well,
So
they-
that's just stay strictly to the things and stay, if it grows, got
That's true.
seeds in it.
Yeah.
I didn't see. I never even thought of that. That the smaller are the ones that are one. I would think the bigger ones, because they put all the chemicals in. So that I just learned
yeah.
something. Ah. So in California, we definitely got to talk about it. The FDA is finally getting off their ass and going through, and they're saying, "Oh, this stuff is toxic. We might not want to give this to you." Well, wait a minute. You've been giving it to us for like 70, 80 years. Now people are dying, and you're like, "Oh, okay. Well, now we got to do something." So I know that a lot of people are pissed off too. They're getting rid of they're changing the ingredients on Mountain Dew, Skittles,
Mm-hmm.
the fruit by the foot. Basically,
Starburst.
Yep.
all the Starburst. Anything that has like red dye 3.
And then you have to understand that it comes down from not just the foods, but what they put on it. So, like if you look at the New York ones,
Mhm.
they don't have Gain or Tide or
Are you
all
serious?
on their shelves. Those
Really?
are not. Yeah, I was like, so
I
it's
believe
like,
that.
hey, so good. Yeah.
I totally believe that, because like the crazy thing is like the other country, like you said, like Japan, Sweden, they've been banning the stuff outright. So
Because they're feeding us like what is
Wow.
it? Windshield wiper fluids
Yeah.
and all kinds of stuff on our
remember I was
foods,
telling you that shit?
cardboard, and go ahead
Yeah.
and light up a Cheetos and
Mountain
stuff.
Dew.
They'll flame up.
Look, look.
Go ahead and throw
Mountain
some
Dew-
Coca-Cola
Yes.
on a battery.
Yes.
And that'll clean it up. That'll
Yes.
clean it up than anything
It's the
else.
truth.
So there's a lot of
That is
things.
horrible.
It's true.
It is
Oh
true.
my
Because
God.
Mountain Dew actually has slivers of plastic.
Mountain-
or
Oh my
something.
God.
Mountain
stop
Dew
telling
is
me
like
that.
the worst
Yeah.
soda you can actually be drinking. That is like the worst case scenario.
And it tells you something,
Oh my
because like
God,
I was in
how
food science in
depressing.
high school, and I made a pickle, right? And we did the cucumber thing and put it in the brine or whatever, the juice, and let it sit there. And obviously I made mine too long, so I couldn't eat the pickle. But they did the thing with the acidity of different type of pop to see what it would do to like a nail, what it would do to
yeah,
a penny.
I love those.
And right, and I forgot that the Coke was like the number one, that and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
So I was
Oh
watching
my
a video the other
God.
day, and it was like, yeah, if you want to clean your toilet, just take some bleach and take some pop. So I tested it. I took like half a bottle of Dr. Pepper and some bleach and threw it in the damn, the rust from the water or
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh my
Fucking
God.
came out. Yep.
A1.
They
Like I
said
could
that you
eat
can do
in
that
the-
with your headlights. Like
Right.
just put some
Oh my
Coke on it and then
God.
swipe it off and
That
everything
is
come back off.
I could put a plate in on the toilet seat, which
And
I
that's
wouldn't
crazy.
recommend
And
doing.
these are the things that are feeding us, and we're
Yes.
expected
Oh
for
my
our kids to not have
God.
autism and be depressed and have
my
anxieties and have all
God.
kinds of things
That's what
wrong
I'm-
with them.
I'm
Oh
telling
my
you.
That's why our kids are
God.
slow, bro.
Yeah, that's why. Because
my God.
so the pop
That
the
is
pop they had back in the
true.
day, they actually
That is
banned it.
so true.
It was called
Oh my God,
what was
never
it,
thought of
Joe?
it that way.
What was that
I
pop?
never thought
I
of it
think
that way.
too much, man.
Well, remember that pop back in the day they had? It was called Jolt. I think it was called. They got rid of that. Like you can very
Yeah, I remember
rarely
that.
find it. And then high fructose corn syrup, I'm finding out is really bad for you. So I've been trying to lay off that, but it's so hard. It's so hard. It is so because I
And
mean,
you look on the side labels of the boxes now. They have like, oh, they're bioengineered
Yes.
products in it.
yeah, yeah. When I see that, I just don't even mess with it
Yeah.
anymore.
Well, majority of the time when you go grocery shopping, you're supposed to stay in the perimeter of the grocery store for
Which
the
is
simple
like the-
fact that yes, just the wall. You stay
The
at
produce.
the wall.
The
Yeah.
produce,
You
basically.
stay at the wall because you have your fresh produce, you have your
That's
fresh
true.
breads, you
That's
have your fresh
true.
meats, you have your
Oh, that's
you
true.
know everything that is fresh is on the things. Anything that is bioengineered, anything that's bad for you is in the aisles,
Yeah.
and those
That's
aisles are
true.
filled with cardboard and car parts.
And the crazy thing is the price is ridiculous. Like if you want to
for
eat
cardboards
healthy,
and car
It's
parts.
like the only time you're going in there, it's like for the oatmeal and coffee.
Yeah.
That is, you know
And
what?
then
That
the
is
water.
so true. That's true.
And if
It
you
is.
wanna eat
Oh, I
healthy.
know, because I
That's
shop and I
true.
only go in there and I only do 2 hours and I'm lost at the rest of the time. I'm like, I don't even know what the hell. Why are they even? Why is this here? Like, it's like I go in there and I'm like tripping silently, having all kinds of anxieties. Like, bro, what are they eating? They should eat this shit.
they're making coffee M&Ms. That's when I knew shit was getting out of control. Who? And I had some
No.
customer tell me that. Oh, it's actually pretty good. I bet you're addicted to that shit
I
now.
bet you are.
Gonna go to a coffee
Yeah, be sitting there
anonymous.
cracked out trying to figure out
like
what is
tweaking,
wrong with
right?
them.
Tweaking out like, yeah, my name is Alex. I am a coffee anonymous.
Yeah.
Coffee
like,
holic.
hi, Brian. Like,
One thing that they are getting rid of as well is some kind of bromine vegetable oil, I think it's called. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but they said it's an emulsifier, and what it does, it blends in with everything else. It's supposed to keep from separating, right? So, but it blends in with the pop, and you don't even know it's there. It's like vegetable oil.
Yeah.
It's been in food for years,
Everything
like
has been
decades.
foods for like since we were like born before, and then
Yep.
now since everybody's, trying to get into the healthy parts and figuring out that all this stuff is actually in our foods and it's causing cancer and everything else that's coming
Yeah.
along. So I'm just,
I
Yeah.
feel like it's causing more crazy. Like mental illness is a real fucking
well,
thing,
that's
Yeah.
just part of the slow part.
and
Yeah.
I feel like more people are like being diagnosed with it so much, and I think it's coming from the food.
Oh, it's
too.
definitely coming
Well,
from the food.
Like I feel like
The
you're-
mental illness actually, well, yeah, that part, but like now, it's this new world now. It's not what it used to be back in the day, so it's
Yeah.
kind of hard
That's
for a lot
true.
of people to deal with. And these kids are raised by us.
This
Yeah.
is true.
Like, and we were the kids
This is true.
that didn't get showed, that no one showed us how to eat right and how to do
This is
things,
true.
So now we're just trying to be like that friend and not trying to whoop us and,
That's
stuff
true,
like
because I
this.
can't tell you how many times I'd sit in front of a
So-
TV with a bowl of cereal and a little TV tray when I was a kid. My
Yeah.
mom would just be like, "Hey, go watch TV," and be eating junk food because like you said, back
But
then they weren't really.
but certain foods make you feel fucked up mentally, though.
But yeah,
I feel
That's
like I
true.
have different mood swings. Think about that shit, and people are feeding their kids that shit since they're like literally in their mother's stomach. Then they come out,
yeah,
and then they go from the boob to where the mom is still hawking down junk, and then the mom starts feeding the kids the same junk she's eating.
yes,
yeah.
and then all
And
the
then these
hormones that's
kids, yeah,
injected.
and then the kids are growing up and not feeling good about themselves because they're really just eating garbage.
So then,
Literally.
would you think? So I've been
But then
doing
when
the.
you clean them out, they're good. Like they're saying, like how Tony Braxton's son,
Okay.
she said when he got diagnosed with autism, she cleaned out his diet completely. Carlton from Fresh Prince, he said that his family does not eat an inflammation diet at all because 2 of his sons have life-threatening diseases where they have to like clean up everything.
Oh,
What did you
wow.
walk in saying the other day?
Huh?
What did you walk in saying the other day?
Yeah. What did you
That
walk
you
in
were
saying the other
learning
day?
and that you didn't have the inflammation because of you're eating less carbs.
Oh yeah.
Ah, that's true.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, eating less food. I mean, like measuring my food out and all that kind of stuff now.
Yeah, she even
And
measured
I,
out the
like-
pop. Like we drink or something, she'll like
like,
measure out the drink.
Eat less food is the fountain of youth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you feel so good. I've been sleeping so well. Oh my God.
In that century
You guys just
thing.
cut back. I'm serious. Like just try it. Cause for me, I was having so much insomnia all the time. But now that I'm figuring out like I feel like I'm in control by like the whole measuring things out,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm sleeping better.
Right.
And I feel like my legs don't hurt. I feel like I don't feel so stiff and everything else. It's just
Well, I know you drank
Wonderful.
coffee the other day and you were like having some issues too.
you know what? I love coffee, you guys. I absolutely
But you
love
got-
coffee, but I can't
Mhm.
have it as much as I used to.
She was drinking too much coffee.
Well,
y'all.
once we start working out and changing our bodies start changing, with everything else. So
it's
the
just
things
because
that
like,
we're
causes like
accustomed
palpitations
to.
and shit
Yeah,
now. Like I
yeah.
can't do it.
Especially when we go out, they feed for two, so those plates are already full. In that Centennial thing, they were saying that, overseas, basically, you eat to like 80% full.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
So you don't eat all your plates. So even
Yeah.
when you go out, you're only eating half. You actually can have a box and then take half of your
we
food
do
out
that.
your thing.
Yeah, we
We
do
And
do.
then
that.
that's because it's already for two. But when you literally like you just stop eating. Like okay, I'm full. This is good enough. Don't feed till like you're all stuffed and all of a sudden you
And
get
you
the
don't.
itis,
Yeah.
and then
Correct.
you can't do nothing about it.
Correct.
That's true.
So you're just
Correct.
eating to fuel yourself.
And if you look at a
Correct.
lot of the fast food companies, for example, back in the day, they had like all you can eat soup and salad bar and
Yep.
pudding and everything else and
And I used to
tacos.
get full off of that salad for some reason. That salad was amazing.
You and me both,
like,
right?
Jesus, like I'm them carrots and them little
Yeah.
eggs and
Yeah.
cheese, bro.
Look,
listen,
that shit was for real.
that
Like
shit
That's
was
true.
delicious.
That
It was a
was.
big old plate.
they got
of
rid of
salad.
it. Man,
Who does
they
this?
should have brought that. They should have brought that back. That's one thing Wendy's should have is a soup and salad bar.
That was
That's true. That was
delicious.
good.
Yes.
Mm.
So, who were some of your favorite role models growing up?
Mm.
I know, right? I hit you with a curveball, like bing.
I know. Just for the simple fact that
You can always say yourself too.
well, I would say, I didn't, I would say myself now. I am who I needed back in the day. That's who I became.
Amen.
Yes.
But down, I guess it was my mother, her strength, just because of the chaos that was always around, and she was always calm and collective. So I always wanted to be okay, I can just pause for a fact, and then like kind of look everything, be like, okay, don't do that, do the, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Okay.
to have somebody to that question, I'm like, yeah, the only thing I can think of is it's my mother. My mother and my father teaching me the godly ways. Just because that way taught me to have hope and to not always be like negative and be all stuck in a rut where it's like, okay, there's it's okay. Like
Yeah.
the good's gonna come. This is just
Right. I
because
like that.
this
That
is
is-
that storm.
Yeah.
So I am so thankful for that. So that's
Ah.
basically it.
That's
I like that. I
I
love
like
that answer. That was great.
You're on a deserted island. What are the 3 things that you must have to survive?
Water,
That's see, but
That's
you,
true.
you need that.
That's true. Yes,
You
you
need
do.
that.
fire,
Right?
Fire.
Okay.
and a flint to light that mug.
There you go.
I've
There
been
you
watching
go.
too much Survivor.
So I seen
Naked and
you.
Afraid in Alaska.
We actually watched. What was it? The Amazing Race.
Amazing.
Yeah, no,
We're
me
like
too.
on first
I'm
season.
I'm so addicted just because I love watching different things, going through different places.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the struggle is real. I was like, bro, let me learn something while I'm here.
Like how they what messes me up is like how do they get where they're at in the middle of nowhere and then they're just like next thing you know they're on a train going here, they're climbing a mountain and
Yeah.
they're like just everywhere.
everywhere.
Like so they were snowmobiling. Remember that
Yeah.
shit they
I'm
got
like,
to
you have
Alaska?
to like exercise for that.
Yeah, literally.
I would have probably lost
Literally.
like the first like few
The
episodes.
leg.
Yeah.
First
They'd have been like,
leg.
yeah, first leg. They'd have been like, yeah, Jason, you're not gonna make
It's
it.
like,
Kathy
you didn't
probably
ma-
would
you
have
did
made
not
it.
make the tarp.
Yeah, Kathy would have made it. I wouldn't have made it. I'd have been like, I can't go on, babe. Go without me. So I saw recently that you had done a marathon, like you were like doing a race. How was that? How was that
Oh,
experience?
that was awesome. I died a couple times. No, I'm just joking.
They had the EMS on standby.
Listen.
Clear.
She's
me
like, I
and
died.
me and my clients got together. So I let my clients talk me into craziness once a year, at least once of them, because they're just full of all kinds of awesome sauce.
Mhm.
That was one of the most challenging things I ever done in my life. But it was also the most beautiful thing I ever done in my life. For the simple fact, I ran across the bridge to Canada, and then I ran back through the tunnel.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Yes, and then had 5 more miles in Detroit, and it was like 13.1. And we trained all year for this because it's like, who the fuck runs 13 miles? And then the thing is, there's like the half marathon and the full marathon. So halfway through it, it's like red is half marathon, blue is the full marathon. So I'm looking at my bib like, okay, I'm red. Like look at the red because I'm looking at it and I almost like cried because I was like, to do that shit all over again?
Yeah.
And then it'd be on the Detroit side. Oh, no, thank you. You can keep all the wins in between them buildings. But it was an achievement. So that's something that is like, it's now it's like kind of addicting
Okay.
because when it comes to the running, it's so freeing because I'm out there and I can just like deal with whatever I had to deal with. And then, just like I tell her, every good thing comes to an end. I always have to tell myself, you're out here for 3-4 miles. You're out here for 5 miles today. You're out here for a mile, and you
That's
have to
true.
complete that just because I said I'm going to do it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it.
Okay.
But just the satisfaction, that accomplishment that you finished that and you did that and you said you were going to do it and you actually did it.
That's
Because
real.
you can go out there and you quit anytime.
You know
But
what?
then you're going to quit on yourself.
That brings
Yeah.
me back to a quick story, y'all. Sorry, blooper moment. Not blooper moment, but squirrel moment.
Yeah.
But when Lourdes made me finish on the track,
Oh, God.
she kept me an extra hour, would not let me quit. She would not let
Bro,
me
she
quit.
wanted to cry. The other
Oh
ones came
my
in.
God.
There was like 3 girls out there, and
Yeah.
then there's like
Oh
teamwork
my
makes the
God.
dream work. There is no man left behind.
Right.
That's why I am who I am, because I used to be that
Oh
hype,
my God.
trainer,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden the people in the back. So what about them? We leaving them behind. They don't know.
Right.
So here comes Kathy, and I had him do the suicides on them lines.
Oh.
And Wisner,
my
count them.
God.
Whoever was with Wisner,
I
go ahead
died
and count
that
those
day. I
parking
know
lot
I
things.
died that
And they
day,
had
and it
to
was
touch
risen
every
again.
single one.
Yeah.
So the other 2 ladies finished, and the other one's like, "Fuck that, I'm done, motherfucker." The other one's like, "No team, no, we are no man left behind. We're gonna help her finish this. There's only 5 more." The other lady cried. She was like, "We have to help her." And Kathy's like, "I'm not going to finish this." I was like, "Yeah, we are, man. We got nothing better to do. It's Sunday fun day."
Right.
She's like, we are not quitting. We are not quitting.
Yep. And I'm just standing there doing my little moves. Come on, we got this.
I remember thinking in my head, like, I'm never going to finish. Oh, my God.
Yeah, she thought she wasn't gonna finish, but every good thing comes
Oh,
to an
my
end.
God. That's what she always says.
And you made it, though. You made it.
She did. She did. She would never
Oh
look at
my
that. She never
God.
looked at that the same ever again. None of the 3
Woo.
ladies did. They're
Yeah.
like, "You are awful."
Oh, my God.
Are you into any other hobbies or sports? And if so, what are they?
God, I love everything. I love reading. I love astrology, nutrition, herbal.
Oh, yeah, you do.
I
Herbs, the
love,
herbal something. Don't you have an herbal?
Yeah,
Something
books.
in herbal.
Yeah, herbalist.
Yes, there we go.
Practical herbalist, practicing herbalist.
There we go.
Um,
That's what it's
and
called.
then the thing is that that all comes with nutrition because we eat herbs every day because an apple is an herb, pear's an herb,
Really?
the celery's an
Yeah, you didn't
herb,
know that?
These
No.
things
I
are
knew that.
herbs, the
Yeah.
number 1 herb is an apple.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
how you doing?
Oh my
know.
God. I thought it was a fruit. Well, I
Yeah.
didn't know. Oh.
And then running is now my thing, but it's
Okay.
they say it's a poor man's. It ain't no damn poor man's sport. Them shoes cost them.
Yeah. No, it ain't a poor man's sport.
That is true.
Them
Those
shoes cost
shoes.
some bucks, and
You
I'm
try.
already
True.
Yeah, you try to run in some like regular
And then the
shoes,
races
you're outta
themselves,
there.
because even that race, I have marathon. Some people paid $150, $200 for
That's
that if they
true.
waited too long.
Yeah.
That's true.
Shoot, that's why you better New Year's. You better stay up and go ahead and get that 99.
That's true. Now, if you could go back in time and tell your younger self something that may or may not change your outlook on life, what would you say?
Stay strong. And always
Nice.
believe yourself,
Okay.
because I'm always right.
That's
real.
I love that.
What is the future for Be Limitless Fitness Health? Where do you see it going?
I see it expanding. This is my first, practice on this gym, business parts of it. But I see, this is just the beginning. This
Okay.
is this is the beginning. This is where I wanted to start off, just to make sure that I can. But I want that bigger area to have the yoga space, to have the people that can have come put their kids in the corner somewhere and have the, calisthenics and have all these little separate areas. So my dreams are just beginning. I'm
Okay.
just working through them, and then just I don't want to do it and then be in debt.
Right.
I want
Right.
to do it, in my terms, on my time, where I'm comfortable with it, with every step that I'm taking.
Okay.
Because
Right.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm doing this, and I'm great, and I'm all of a sudden $150,000 in debt. I'm good. No, no, no.
No,
Woo.
no, no.
No.
Listen, Linda, we got work for this. So this is I have where I'm at.
So as we're getting towards the end of the interview, we definitely want to say thank you for coming in. Before we
Yes,
end it,
Thank
though,
you.
Thank you,
I was
thank
a little
you.
worried. I was like, oh.
I know, right? She's like, should I get prepared for this?
Right, I text both of y'all at the same time. I was like, "Shit, let me figure this out. Just because when it comes to cameras or
Yeah.
talking and stuff like that, sometimes I can be shy.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden you put me in a certain situation, and all of a sudden it's
You
just
know
like,
what?
boom.
That reminds me that Gianni said the same thing. Jason's friend Gianni said
That's
the same
true.
thing.
That's true. And I noticed too, like us doing it the audio versus video, because a lot of people are doing video. We've been debating if we're gonna do that in the next season, but I like the audio because you can just kind of come as you are. There's no pressure. There's no like 2-3 cameras like going boom 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 boom, and you got to look a certain way. You can just be who you are, and that's really what this show is about.
Right, and then the thing is, I always look the way I look.
Yeah.
A lot of people be like, wear makeup and have to, be in this fitness world of showing out and showing face, showing body, showing boobs, showing butt,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm the raw one. I'm like, I always want to make sure that I stay raw and true to this, just because there's a lot of fake to it.
Yeah,
That's
true.
true. That
They're
is
like, why don't
true.
you show you more? Because I'm showing the struggle of what it is to be here, which is my clients going
This
through
is
their
true.
struggles. It's not
Woo!
me.
Man,
Ain't got nothing
I
to do with
deserve
it.
an applause. Come on, right there. No, seriously, because like I'm not gonna say who, but like someone we know from back in the day, you said went and did they got their
Yep.
augmentation,
Yep.
but they didn't show like what they did to get to that. They just went from like
Yeah,
one
literally.
extreme.
We had a person that used to hang around a long time ago,
Mm-hmm.
and they got the gastric bypass surgery. 1 minute you saw her on Facebook
Yep.
and she's big, then she comes back 2 years later and she's small, and
Yeah.
she just comes on showing modeling pictures.
Mhm.
She doesn't talk about the journey. She doesn't
Yeah,
talk about
there's
anything.
No
And then the
struggle.
She
things
just
that,
comes
the things that
back.
people that know that, and then people that do that and actually are fighting to like be up in a place get so mad and so angry because it's like that is so frustrating. I'm over here struggling and you over here faking the funk and
Yeah.
faking it
Yep.
out and
Yeah.
then trying to be like, oh, we was walking down at a store and some lady's like, yeah, you buy this and it goes from 200 calories to 600 calories. You lose 600 calories doing what? Talking, bro? How you gonna lose 600 calories doing what? Like that is insane. I was like, these people will buy a dream, but you give them a dream that they think they can handle, which is like they don't want to do anything because people are lazy, thinking it's gonna be, oh my god, it's gonna be so hard. Where half a majority of the time it's not hard. The hardest part is just
Starting.
driving to the gym.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true.
Yep.
Because it's always mind over matter. It's like you got to basically prepare yourself mentally to do it.
See, you know what, y'all, though? I'm gonna have to say this. I say this to people all the time, but I enjoy the fact of, you know what takes away the scare, y'all,
What?
and the whole thing, the whole anxiety about going to the gym. Get you a fucking trainer. Get you a fucking trainer. They do the fucking thinking for you. All you have to do is get in your fucking car
That's true.
and drive there. Anything else you don't have to do. Versus when you're by yourself, you have to motivate yourself now. Now you got to get your ass out of the bed,
Mm-hmm.
get dressed, get in the car, and then see how I'm naming more steps, because that's exactly what ends up happening. There's more steps to it.
And then on top
And then you
of
got to
that,
actually open the door to the gym, go in the gym, take off your coat.
and figure out what you're doing.
Yeah, and then you got to figure out what the fuck you're going to do.
Yeah,
You might have it in your head, but it doesn't usually happen that way
that's true.
at all. It is so hard for me to get up and do it by myself. When I go to Lourdes, I just get up, get dressed. It's a part of my routine. Get in the car. I show up. Simon says she's 30 minutes later. I'm done in the car, and the rest of my day is gone.
Mhm.
Like, I didn't have to do any thinking, but my body moved. I remember my body moving. I remember how hard it was, but all I had to do was Simon says.
Yep.
Is it.
It's only 10.
So it's like
It's 2 sets of 5.
it is worth the investment. Get a trainer. You don't have to think. You don't have to do any thinking. There's like none to it, like at all.
Well, babe, you ready to do this lightning round?
Yes, I am.
All right, you got your questions in your head? I haven't. I got
Okay,
a
lightning
ton.
round is when we just do like a flash round. I might ask you something really silly, like
I wish we had like a Jeopardy
like
thing.
like really stupid, like
Oh, I could add that next time.
like favorite toothpaste, stupid stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we could add this theme.
No, Jason, no, we're not doing that. No.
Wait, hold on. Let me see. No, that's
No.
horrible. All right, ready? Here we go.
Favorite toothpaste.
She loves that question.
What is my toothpaste? Damn, I buy it all the time. It's the one with the oxy bubbly with the blue.
It's
was-
not Sensodyne.
No,
What is it?
no.
Favorite food.
Ooh, hamburgers.
What was the last book you read?
Living in the now.
Oh yeah, you did post that on Facebook.
Have to read that. Everybody has to read that.
Showers or baths?
Showers.
If you could do a movie, who would play you?
Sade.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good answer.
Yeah. Favorite color?
Pink.
Really? That's interesting. I
What-
would have never guessed that.
What
I
other
know.
R&B artists would you like from back in the day? Like, who did you like really like listening to back in the day?
Like SUV.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah. But remember back in the day, I was trying to learn English.
Yeah,
buddy.
that's true. Okay, so who would artists be that you listen to
Yeah, in Spanish.
in Spanish?
Well, India, you know.
Okay.
The woman that hates the men.
Which is true. That is true.
Favorite snack?
Ooh.
I guess chips.
Ooh, okay. Chicken or fish?
Fish.
Tacos or burritos?
Tacos.
Ooh.
Soft or hard tacos?
Hard.
Oh, wow.
Just for the simple fact that tortilla is like 5 pieces of bread and the tortilla in the hard taco. Listen, I go down to it. You know, I got the carbs, you got my protein.
Favorite type of movie?
Oh God. What was that? Home is where my heart is.
Oh.
That was with,
God. With the lady in the Walmart with the
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I could watch that all over again.
Yeah.
Where the
If-
Sidewalk Ends is my favorite book.
Okay.
Favorites. Favorite shoe brand.
Adidas.
Oh.
If you could put 5 things in a time capsule for the next generation, what would it be?
A Bible.
Okay.
An herb book.
Yes.
Exercise book.
Yeah. What?
And Living in the Now books.
Oh,
Majority of them
okay.
are books,
And you
just
got-
because knowledge is power.
And one more.
Any favorite?
Seeds.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So
That was a good one.
I
Because
think
it's like movement, because herbs you're going to have to know, because if you're on an island, you're going to have to need that.
Right.
that's true.
You know, you're going to need books to read to keep the mind going. You know, but it's all knowledge you're going to need anyways.
And then you need the higher power to, concern of continuously have hope and love.
Yes,
This
Just
is
because love
true.
is light, and then that's what keeps on giving.
I like
I
that.
like that.
Well, I had a great time tonight.
I did too. Thank you very much. I am glad I was here.
You're welcome. Before we wrap it up, we got to give the golf clap. Live clap. Yes. So let everybody know what your social media handles are and where they can find you.
Yes, Facebook, Lourdes Osorio, or you can go ahead and do the BL Fitness and Health. Instagram, BL Fitness _health_fitness. Majority is all BL Fitness and Health. I am in Madison Heights, 511 West 11 Mile Road, Madison Heights, Cottage and Plaza, in between John R. and 75. I am a place that you can come and feel safe in your journey. I start you from where you are to wherever you need to be. And let's say we need to be anywhere but here.
I love that.
Oh,
Babe, you got anything else?
okay.
Any final thoughts?
No,
here?
I don't.
And with that, we are ending another fabulous episode of Talking Nude. We will see you not next Monday, but the following Monday. We got another guest coming in, and I'm not going to tell you who it is, but definitely synonymous in the hip-hop industry in this area. He's been around for a long time, and that's all I'm going to tell you. Shh. So, till next time, this is Jason.
And Miss Kathy A.
We'll see you next time for another great episode of
Talking Nude.
Good night, everyone.
Have a good night.
Oh, yeah.
Talking Nude.
That's what we do, baby, every single Monday. We just
Talking Nude.
Hello, I'm Ellen Altman, and tonight we're going to be...
Talking Nude.
Well, I'm Ronald Reagan, and apparently I'm...
Talking Nude. Have a good night, everybody.